Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. Let's continue our solving or attempt to solve the puzzles in this WPF Sudoku Grand Prix by Czech Republic and Slovakia. This puzzle is diagonally non-consecutive Sudoku. It was the highest pointer in the round and I didn't solve it during the contest. I skipped it because I knew it would be too hard, and it was a better strategy to tackle other puzzles. So the author is Jakub Hrazdira, and the rule is that whenever two cells are diagonally adjacent, like those cells or those cells, they must contain non-consecutive digits. So I solved it after the contest, but it was a long time ago and I really don't remember what I had to do. So I tried to do my best, but I certainly dread the prospect. All right, so what I think is the right way to start is to have a look at those cells that see four cells, four digits diagonally. So this could never be a 1 or a 3, could still be a 2, couldn't be a 4, couldn't be a 5, couldn't be a 6, couldn't be a 7, couldn't be an 8 by Sudoku, couldn't be a 9, so it has to be a 2. So this cell is very restricted by this non-consecutive rule. This one couldn't be a 1, couldn't be a 2. Every time I show the digit that prevents this cell from containing the digit I'm mentioning. So it couldn't be a 1, couldn't be a 2, couldn't be a 3, couldn't be a 4, could be a 5, could be a 6, couldn't be a 7, could be an 8, couldn't be a 9. So only 3 candidates. This couldn't be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, could be a 5, couldn't be a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9. So it has to be a 5, and this is not a 5 anymore. This couldn't be a 1, couldn't be a 2 by Sudoku, couldn't be a 3, couldn't be a 4, couldn't be a 5, couldn't be a 6 or 7, couldn't be an 8. It has to be a 9. And we can already see that 9 has to appear somewhere here. This could be 1 or 2. Couldn't be a 3, couldn't be a 4, couldn't be a 5, couldn't be a 7, couldn't be a 6, couldn't be a 7, couldn't be an 8, couldn't be a 9. That's a 1 or a 2. This one could be 1, 2, 3, couldn't be a 4, couldn't be a 5 by Sudoku, couldn't be a 7, couldn't be a 6, a 7, an 8, or a 9. This could never be 1, 2, 3. Couldn't be 4, 5, 6. Could be 7. Couldn't be 8. Couldn't be 9. That's a 7. And this one could be a 2. Couldn't be 1 or 3. Could be 4. Couldn't be 5. Couldn't be 6, 7, 8. Could be 9. All right, so that's a somewhat nice beginning. This 5 and this 5 place a 5 here, and those must be 1, 3, and 8. This can't be an 8. This can't be a 3. This can be any one of them. There has to be a 7 up there. And that's interesting because the fact that 7 is in either of those cells prevent both cells here from being a 6, from having a 6. So this is not 6, and the remaining candidates are 4. Only 4 is available for this cell, knowing that it's not a 6. That's spectacular. And now this column needs a 6, but it's not diagonally adjacent to this 5, nor to this 5, so 6 must be here in the column. This can't be a 3 because of this 2, so 3 has to be here. This can't be a 1 because of this 2, so that's 1, that's 3, that's 8, and that's an 8. The remaining digits here now are 1, 8, no, sorry, 1, 3, 4, and 9. So this is 1, 3, and 9. And this is 1, 4, and 9. But 4 won't be diagonally adjacent to this 5, so that's not a 4. That's a 4. And we know there's a 3 somewhere here, so this is not a 4. So it can only be 1, 3, or 8. This is not a 3 because of this 4, so it has to be 1, 4, or 8. Up there, the candidates are 1, 7, and 9. And I think that's it. So that's not a 6, as we mentioned earlier. So it has to be 2, 7, or 9. And if it's a 2, then that's interesting, because then none of them would be a 1. Here the candidates are 1, 9, and 6. That's it. And there is a 6 among them. So this is not a 7, because it sees a 6 diagonally. So it has to be 2, 4, or 9. Oh, sorry, not 4. 2, 7, or 2, 6, or 9. That's it. All right, we know there's a 1 somewhere here. That's not so interesting. We know there's a 3 somewhere here. And the remaining candidates are 1, 2, and 6. But this sees this diagonally, so that's not a 2. Well, where should I look next? Those must be among 4, 7, and 8. But this can't be 7 because of this 8. 8 here would be powerful. It would make this a 1. This is not 7. So it could be 1, 2, 4, or 6. I don't see any issue with any of them. This wouldn't be a 4 because of this 3. So that's 7, 8, or 9. But that's not an 8. Oh yes, there's an 8 somewhere here. So this is 4, 7, or 9. I don't see any restrictions for those digits. So what next? Something somewhat interesting about 4 is that 4 can't be here or there because of the 3, and the same happens with this 5 and this 3 for that matter. So 4 on this row is either here or there. Well, somewhat interesting, but not that much. That's the moment I'm getting a bit stuck. What about 7 on this column? Because of 8, 7 is not here. Could be here. Could be here. Well, so 7 is on the bobbin side of things, I guess. Where is a good place to look? Oh, 9 9 on this column, or 9 could be here, it could be here. So there's a 9 here or there, that doesn't give me anything. But this 5 says that 4 and 6 are both removed from those positions. 4 could be here, here, well, that's not it. Hey, I didn't do the job for this cell, the initial job of seeing what is possible. So 1 looks possible, 2 is not, 3 is not, 4 is not because of the rule, 5 is not, 6 is not, 7 is not, but 8 and 9 look possible. So that's some kind of restriction. On this column, 5 is either here or there. And that doesn't give me anything. Oh, but 6 can be placed. 6 is not here because of the 5. 6 is not here because of the 7. 6 can only be here. Oh, and it gives me a lot. It gives me this 3, this 1, and this 2. That's not a 1. And I know there must be a 1 somewhere here. That's not a 1. Two couldn't be here. So 2 is here or there. Couldn't be here because of this 3. I'm scanning all I can. Well, this puzzle deserves the points. There's no denying that the points are well deserved for people who manage to solve it in a reasonable time. Oh, 3 is not here, it's not there. It's not here because of the 2, so 3 is here in the column. This is 1, 4, or 8. Sorry, this is also 1, 4, or 8. So 6 is not here. So 6 is up there somewhere. Oh, there's a 6 somewhere here. 6 here would remove 7 from both positions, but 6 here would not. This is neither 7 or 9 because of this 8. So this is 4 or 6, I think. That's it. This is not 9, so this is 4, 6, or 7. But 6 here wouldn't work now. Now that we know that this can't be a 7, that 7 is in one of those two cells, well, first it removes 7 from this cell, that removes 4 from this one, and that removes 7, but we know that this can't be a 6 anymore, so that's a 4, that's a 6. Let's remove the small pencil marks. Here we have 1, 2, and 7, but 7 is not here for several reasons. 2 is not here, and that's a 1. That's definitely some progress. No 2 here, no 2 here. This column still needs 2, 5, 4, no, 2, 5, 6, and 7. That's not the 2 because of the 1. 5, 6, 7. That's not the 7 because of this 7. And I don't see anything else yet. This column still needs all 4 even digits. Oh, 3 removes 2 and 4, so this is 6 or 8. 3 removes 2 and 4, so this is 6 or 8. Now this is not 8, and those must be 2 and 4. Oh, but there's a 2 here. Nice. So 6 and 4 here. 6 and 8, sorry. 2 is in one of 2 places. about 5? Well, nothing about 5. That's not a 2, so this is 5, 6, or 7. 2 is not here, so 2 in the column is here. It makes this a 3. That's not a 3, so we have a 1, 9 pair. That's a 3. That's a 4. We get this 8 and this 4. That's not an 8. On this row, 3 can only be here. This column still needs 1, 5, 7, 9. This can't be a 1 because of 2. So this is 5 or 9, I think. Double checking. 1, 5, 7, 9, that's it. All 4 digits are still plausible in this position. This 4 now makes this a 1. And so does this 4, for that matter. So that's not a 1. And there's a 4 here, so this can't be a 5. Still need a 2 somewhere. 2 is not here, so that's 5 or 9. And here we still need a 1. That's a 1. This cell can only be a 5, and this can only be a 7. So we get this 9 and this 7. This 9 does nothing, but this 7, or this can't be a 6. Any way you look at it. So that's a 5 or a 7, and this sees a 5 or a 7, so it can't be a 6, and it can't be a 9. So none of those can be a 1 because of this 2. That's a 1. That's a 9. Let's remove the 9s up there. We're slowly getting there. This has to be 4, 6, or 8. This is not 4 or 8, so that's a 9. And that's a 7. And that's a 6. This is 4 or 8. I'm scanning for stuff that I might have missed. Oh yes, this 8 prevents this from being a 7. So I get lots of digits out of this. That's a 4, that's a 6, that's a 9. That's a 4, that's an 8. This 7 now resolves this 5, 7 pair. This 9 makes this a 4, this a 5, this a 9. Then we get a 5 here, a 1 there, and an 8 there. That's it. So it really wasn't that bad. Not in terms of quality, that's an excellent puzzle. That's not what I was meaning. I was meaning it wasn't the struggle that I feared it would be. I'm not sure it would have been wise to attempt the puzzle. The way I spent my time was very well used during the contest. I did pretty well, except for that puzzle that I broke 3 times. But no, that I broke 2 times actually, but I had to do it 3 times. That was some lost time, but I'm content with what I did, and I'm content with what I did with this puzzle. I think I did it justice. It was very well constructed, and not as hard as I thought it would be. Well, thanks for watching this video, and see you soon on SudoKanard.